All right, today we're diving into one of the biggest questions there is. What makes a life feel genuinely meaningful? We're going to explore a really powerful way of thinking about this, turning these huge abstract ideas into something you can actually work with, something you can build. So let's just start right here. Seriously, for a second, just think about it for yourself. What really makes a life feel like it has meaning? It's a question every single one of us asks at some point, and the ideas we're about to get into, well, they offer a surprisingly hands-on way to find your own answer. So, here's the core idea we're going to unpack. Meaning isn't some single magical thing you discover. Instead, think of it like a giant, beautiful tapestry. A meaningful life is something that's woven together from all these different threads of human experience. These are the raw materials that we all get to work with. And here they are, the threads themselves. Now, some of these you'd totally expect, right? Love, curiosity, sure. But look at some of the others. Restlessness, mortality, even suffering. These aren't just philosophical concepts. They are the real, and yeah, sometimes challenging, materials we're all given to build a life that has real substance. Let's take mortality. And, this isn't about being morbid or anything. It's actually presented as a tool for clarity. Knowing that our time here isn't unlimited has this incredible way of cutting through all the noise and the nonsense, forcing us to ask, okay, what really matters to me? It becomes this incredible motivator. And then there's love. Of all the threads we have, this one is maybe the most central. It's the force that grounds us, that connects us to other people, and gives us a reason to care about something beyond just ourselves. It's the thread that gives the whole tapestry its strength and its vibrant color. Okay, so we have all these threads, right? But a pile of thread, well, that's not a tapestry, is it? Which brings us to the most important part of this whole idea, the active daily process of actually weaving. And this, right here, is a huge shift in perspective, a real game changer. We so often talk about finding our purpose like it's a treasure hunt, like it's hiding somewhere. This framework says, no, no, no. It's the complete opposite. Meaning is something you actively build, something you create with your choices and your actions every single day. So how does this weaving actually happen? Well, it kind of breaks down into a few steps. It all starts with awareness, just seeing these threads in your own life, recognizing love or curiosity, or even seeing your own struggles as a thread. Then comes choice. You get to decide how to respond to them. Your daily actions, big and small, are what literally create the pattern. And finally, persistence. You have to keep going, keep weaving, even on the days when you have no idea what the final design is going to look like. So if we do all this work, what does the finished product, this authentic tapestry, really look like? The answer might surprise you, because it really pushes back against what society often tells us a good life is supposed to be. This is such a key distinction to make. A meaningful life is not about being happy 24/7. It's not about being totally free from pain. In fact, suffering can actually deepen it. It's not about achieving some grand external measure of greatness, but about living in a way that feels true to you, living authentically. And it's not found in some one big moment, but in the small, ordinary, everyday things that you weave together into a coherent whole. This quote just hits the nail on the head. Meaning is not something we wait to receive, but something we shape, moment by moment. The power is right there in that one word, shape. It's all about how we actively choose to respond to whatever life throws at us. So we know meaning is something we create. But what's it for? What does it actually do for us in our lives? This framework gives us this really powerful image for its purpose. It's both an anchor and a horizon. So meaning works in two amazing ways at the same time. On the one hand, it's an anchor. It holds you right here, in the present moment, reminding you that today matters, that your choices count. But it's also a horizon. It's that thing out in the distance that pulls you forward, that invites you to become better, to grow, to serve. It gives you both stability and direction, all at once. And all of this brings us to the ultimate takeaway, which is actually kind of a relief. The pressure is off. The goal isn't to solve the meaning of life like it's some cosmic math problem. The real task is simply to live toward it, to keep asking the question and answering it with how you live, day by day. So we'll end by turning this whole thing right back to you. After exploring all these ideas, all these threads, and this art of weaving, the only question that really matters is this one. Which thread will you consciously choose to add to your own tapestry today?